Good evening, teachers, Ms. Barker, parents, family members, and of course, graduating class. At this point, I don't know whether if I want to throw up, cry, or smile. Judging by Mr. G's face, I'll smile. I am honored to be here today. My name is Krista Hall, and if you don't know me, you probably know my mom. Before I continue, Ms. Jared, can you accept my Instagram follow request now? Thank you. Oh wow. I never thought this day would come. I mean, only yesterday we were practicing how to transition in the hallway, bringing those khaki pants up and down those gray stairs. Like any other 8th grade AFYM scholar, this speech was written in the true 8th grade form, 20 minutes ago. It really took me a long time, by time I mean last night, to find something that connected to my life and your life as well. I mean, I didn't want my speech to sound like a Hallmark card, predicting the future of every single one of you. In fact, I cannot guarantee that you will become lawyers, doctors, or famous fashion designers, but I can say that you all can succeed. There is nothing stopping you except for the man in the mirror. I will share a quote with you, written by a fellow high school graduate who also delivered a valedictorian speech. I am not as good as I would be, and I'm not as good as I should be, but I'm better than I used to be. Class of 2014, we have came a long way. I know that we will all strive to complete our bucket list, call Ms. Dre by her first name, get our dream job, and marry Harry Styles. Okay, well that last much might not be on your list, but I think you understand what I'm trying to say. I did not start out perfect. Though in 5th grade I knew that I wanted to be successful, my full 100% was not there. In 5th grade I slacked off, using excuses as a way to justify my laziness and fear. My fear of reaching the top, and finding out that I was only at the start point. I used Mr. Dunham's deductions as an excuse for my test that often ranged from 50 to 75%. Although I read a lot of books, I failed to take AI quizzes. At that point, I was not as good as I should be. 6th grade was a glass cleaner for me. Reality hit as the smartest people in the grade were in my class. I guess you could say I kind of find myself. The urge to do okay went away. I wanted to be the best, but I did not become the best overnight. It took the slaps to the head, Ms. Wiesman's famous speeches, and the fact that society had already predicted my future, failure. By the end of 6th grade, I had read over 200 books and I was proud. 7th grade, where I got attention almost every day, puberty happened and high school admission offices were on my mind most of the time. I knew that I would not be able to beat people like Anissa Strong, but at least I wanted to be proud. By the end of the 7th grade year, I had over 6 million words and maintained a yearly GPA of 3.9. Usually, my nights involve music, staying up to 11 to finish Miss Sampson's homework, and my mom telling me to go to bed. But I'm happy that some days I came to school with a hungry belly and my eyes bloodshot. Although I'm not as good as I would be, and I'm not as good as I should be, I'm better than what I used to be. Not only that, but some of you have gotten accepted to the best high schools in the state. Just I see you. I have seen scholars that turn their complete attitude around and have now maintained 3.6 to 4.0 GPAs. I did not jump into a book like Blue's Clues and became Albert Einstein. Instead, I had the help of teachers who treat me like family. The bond that holds us together is locked and sealed. Mr. G, you have taught me for only 10 months, but you are a beautiful human being. Your passion to make sure I only do what is my absolute best is noticed and appreciated. Your personality and honesty has enlightened my heart, and I hope to help others like you do. Ms. Becker, the Civil War lasted from 1861 to 1865. Thank you. Though you were pregnant, your baby along with you taught me Buddhism and the Civil Rights Movement. Ms. Louisa and Ms. McCall, those long hours of printing papers and making questions is thanked. It is easily seen your devotion to making sure we succeed is long and hard. Ms. Romney, thank you for helping me to understand science. Your love for science has almost made me love science. Not. But lastly, Ms. Dreyer, you are truly my second mom. Your smile and your hair that smells like vanilla coffee and strawberries will forever linger in my memory. You have not only taught me education, but also mentally. Mr. Reed, Mr. Hardy, and Ms. Barker, thank you. You were not easy to manage, but you did your best and you succeeded. I would also like to thank God and my parents who believed in me since day one and continue to play big roles in my life. You have not only woken me up for the ceremony, but you have encouraged me all the time. Finally, graduating class, right now, all of you should know that I'm really grateful. And if it wasn't for the fact that I'm so nervous right now, I would cry. Like One Direction sang in their new song, nothing can come between you and I. Class of 2014, you are not as good as you would be, and not as good as you should be, but you are better than what you used to be. That's why we are the class of 2022.
2022.